It's Team Tooney Fishing with reviews. Crack a beer, you know we're here. Tell us what's the news, what's the plan, where to land. Now you gotta listen, and don't forget, this is Team Tooney Fishing.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Boat Ramp Reviews with Team Tooney Fishing. As you can see, we're at another spot. We've stayed on the east side of Brizzy. Obviously, there's a lot of spots up and down the coast here that are visited quite frequently by a lot of the locals and people visiting. We're out here today at Victoria Point. Now, this boat ramp is a little bit older than some of the previous ones we've done, especially looking at the Redland Bay Council one. However, it's just as effective, just as much parking for trailers. If anything, it's probably a little less busier than some of the previous ones we've done.
G'day legends, at Team Tooney Fishing we're all about good mates, quality gear and real adventure. Whether you're on the water, in the bush or at the boat ramp, we've got you covered. Are you keen to level up your kit? Go to teamtooney.com and check out the full range. Adventure's calling, gear up and get out there.
And don't forget, this is Team Tooney Fishing.
Ton of parking. However, you've got to be mindful that this boat ramp is surrounded by a bunch of green zones in the Moreton Bay area that you have to be aware of. So make sure you do your research if you're going to come out here, whether it's for recreational fishing or just getting out on the water. Just ensure that you follow the rules around those green zones. Last thing we want to do is people getting in trouble or us damaging the environment. So let's get into it. Like a lot of the other boat ramps in this area, they've got the QR codes for the parks app that shows you where you can and can't go, what you can and can't do. You'll see there's a designated walking area, so we've got a left and right of the jetty boat ramp here, so plenty of space. Obviously, if you're a novice, you've got a little bit of wriggle room until you get to the bollards at the end, and then it's a about a 3-meter hole, so you got plenty of line-up time to get it right. Angle's a little bit steep in comparison to other boat ramps. However, there's traction the whole way up. It's not a slick surface. It's quite rough, so a 2-wheel vehicle with a tinny isn't going to be too bad. Obviously, if you're pulling anything bigger, the big fiberglass boats that come out of here, dual axle boats, something to consider if you're going to come to this boat ramp. You would have seen we did a boat ramp review at Redland Bay. Their boat ramp's not as steep, it's a little bit flatter, so if you are thinking of heading out this way, it could be worth, with a heavier boat, heading there just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Still ample lighting. It's a little bit older in the parking areas here. See the Pelican's living his best life up top. Plenty of cameras as well, just above that boat, old mate rigging up. There's cameras overlooking the parking areas as well. One thing here that's a little bit different to other boat ramps you'll see is residential is quite a fair way off. Obviously, be mindful when coming in and out of the boat ramp because you do come straight through the middle of town. However, they're not right on the boat ramp that you're going to really cause too much trouble here. I think the flight line is probably going to cause more noise than you will in your boats. As you can see, tide goes out a fair way. A few snapper skulls down there and some skeletons. Try and dispose of it at low tide. You're not going to smell it because I can tell you right now the smell's pretty rubbish. So people come in to enjoy the park. There's park and toilets. There's plenty of barbecue areas around here as well. So just keep that in mind. If you are going to dispose of it, get rid of it off the back of the jetty down there. You'll see here, Victoria Point, they are upgrading it. Works are planned for 25-26 with the start date to be confirmed. Okay, so they're looking to 3 damaged sections removed. Okay, so we're looking at getting a few repairs done here. There is stair access here. Look, you can see it's just washing up, flies, and it absolutely reeks. Well, it shows you what people are catching around here anyway. Look at that, skeletons everywhere. It's a bloody graveyard. Gross. You'd hate to be living across the car park there and having to smell this bloody exposed fish graveyard. The parking situation here, you've got trailer parking, plenty of it, both sides. And you've also got an overflow car park further up that drive. Marine rescue right here. We'll go get a shot of their details in the event that you ever come out here and want to, or do get in trouble and need their help. There you go. VMR 441 Victoria Point. Not a bad office if you ask me. Could be worse. So just to the right of the boat ramp, plenty of barbecue areas. Get out of the weather if it's hot, rain, whatever. You've also got that rock wall runs the whole way along too. So if you're a land-based fisher, you haven't got a boat to get out on, you can still come down here, and in the high tide, get your rod out. There's plenty of fish carcasses. So hey, you never know, anything coming up to eat them in the high tide you might get a hold of. If you have caught anything here at high tide off the rocks, put in the comments. Let us know what you've caught and what you caught it on. Be interesting to know whether the lures work here with that many dead fish laying around on the sand. Behind this area too, if you are land-based, you've also got a kids play area. Toilets are located in the block just behind it. Okay, there's footpaths everywhere. Accessibility is perfect. Regardless of your ability or condition, you can get in and around here, both on the ramp or land-based fishing at Victoria Point. Lots of shaded areas, and the overflow car park that we mentioned earlier is located just up top there. This is quite a nice open space. Now, I believe there also is a southern boat ramp. So the one we're looking at today is the northern Victoria Point boat ramp. However, there is a southern one as well. We may do that another time in another video. Whilst we're walking through, just making our way around past the toilet blocks, please ensure to subscribe, like, follow, share. Throw a comment in. We want to hear from you. Where should we go next? What boat ramps have you liked? What haven't you liked? The amount of people that are getting information from these videos about local boat ramps is incredible. And everyone's throwing in little tips and tricks that they've experienced at these boat ramps. So would love to have you on board. Jump on and give us a few words. Along a few of the poles as well, there's dog bags. So if you want to bring old mate down with you, wants to come for a sit by while you have a flick, you have that facility here as well. So you can dispose of your dog poo. If you do bring your dog, make sure you do bag it, tag it, and throw it away. Just gonna head back under the trees away from everyone. There's a few people out here eating lunch, enjoying their time. I don't want to ruin it by getting them on camera, filming them, putting them on YouTube. That's not the way to go. However, once again, you can see plenty of light poles. Okay, so if you are coming here through the night, it's relatively lit up. I wouldn't say don't bring a headlight. The one thing I would mention to bring is bring the insect repellent. Get the AeroGuard, get the Bushman's, whatever you can get from your local store, and I would advise covering yourself with it. I haven't had too much of an issue now, middle of the day, a bit of a breeze. However, it's probably something you would cop, especially with the mangroves to the left, the carcasses. You come here in low tide, you're gonna know about it. So thanks for joining us on another episode of Boat Ramp Reviews with Team Tooney Fishing. Now, love having your feedback. Make sure you get in there, throw it in. And until next time, stay safe.
It's Team Tooney Fishing with reviews. Crack a beer, you know we're here. Tell us what's the news, what's the plan, where to land. Now you gotta listen and don't forget this is